Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance. We are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the London Monarchs and the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10.
Now Etienne to start the drive. They find some open field here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 31 yards there and a first down.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. On first down, right back to Etienne. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 41. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
They'll run with Etienne. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Murray and company going for it on fourth. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the fourth down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game plan for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game plan for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Throwing is Jackson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This one taken just inside the 10.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. In the first drive, they were moving the ball okay. Then the interception, trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow the touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This one taken just inside the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First do no.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Throw left side complete. That's Andrews.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down.
Now it's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground. ETN.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Quick strike out wide by Jackson.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points in the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Running out of the gun with Etienne.
Oh, up and over. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Throwing on first down is Murray.
This will be caught downfield by Moore.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Off the RPO, he completes it. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
To throw is Jackson. Under pressure, and down he goes. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly.
To the right side, and he's got Moore complete.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd and a yard, Jackson throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
13.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
64 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Murray going to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards there on third down as they pick up a 1st and 10.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Murray now on first down. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Another tote for Etienne.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. Murray sets to throw on 4th. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Well, partner, that was a heck of a play right there because there is no chance that he was the primary receiver on that play. Definitely checked it down to him and just said, please, help us out, make a play. And he does and delivers a first down.
Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage or mixed traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He'll buy some, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Throwing now is Murray. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
And they'll run with Etienne. 107 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. Touchdown!
Miles Boykin. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Monarchs are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
And going deep downfield for Boykin. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Murray.
Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 33 yards that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Murray now on first down. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Throwing now is Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
To throw is Murray. And this is caught. It's Brown. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Murray. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Murray. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 yards there. 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Murray to throw.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game.
Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx